Optimists, it's my absolute pleasure to be with you to deliver this training. My name is Jermaine Harris and I was the keynote speaker at the Governors Elect Conference back in January of 2019. And we had such an amazing time. We built the excitement when it comes to giving financially and delivering projects to empower and make a difference to our young people and our young communities. We talked inspiration, we talked motivation, we talked empowering ourselves so we can empower the young people. And we talked about this through the idea of releasing our inner superhero. And that inner superhero is that version of yourself that gets things done, that says you're going to do something and you do it. And today I'm going to talk about how we can use that inner superhero we have within to really make a difference to ourselves and young people whilst we use the 4 E's. Let's check it out. My superhero philosophy is based on a simple idea, and that is our power in any given moment is based on what I call the empowerment triangle. 3 things. Our body. Those of you that were at the Governors Elect Conference, you remember this. Our body, number 1, our body. Where is our body? So does this look like I'm empowered and I'm ready to go out and empower my club members and ready to go out and empower young people if I stand like this? Does that look empowering? Clearly the answer is no. What if I stand like this? Shoulders back, chest up, smile on the face, head up. You can see that makes a difference not only to the way I look, but also to my voice as well. The second thing, self-talk. Self-talk. What is that voice saying in your mind? Is it saying things like, oh, maybe I haven't got time to volunteer. Maybe I haven't got the energy anymore to volunteer. Or is it saying, as you stand in this body, is it saying something like, I'm excited, energized, and empowered to get out there, volunteer, and make a real difference financially and through experiences to these amazing young people? So number 2, self-talk. That voice we hear inside our head is so important. Number 3, mind images. Mind images. What pictures are you creating and how are they making you feel? Are you creating pictures of, again, yourself looking low on energy, it being difficult to go out there and make a difference, raise money, raise awareness, run projects? Are you seeing yourself struggling? Or are you seeing yourself through your own eyes in that empowered state, out there, making donations, making a difference, exciting the young people, empowering other club members, really going out and making a difference through these pictures that you see of yourself? Body, self-talk, mind images. You put those 3 things together, that is my superhero philosophy. We can even call it the inspired triangle. Because if you think of it as a triangle, those 3 things, body, self-talk, mind images, if you take control of all 3, you're guaranteed to be inspired to go out there and make a difference. And that brings me on to the 4 E's. The 4 E's. We talked about this during my second talk at the Governors Elect Conference. And I want to give you more detail today of how you can apply these 4 E's to make a real difference to yourself and others. The first one is exciting future. Exciting future. If you're going to lead club members, if you're going to lead friends and family to donate, to make a difference, to run projects, if you're going to lead yourself to donate and make a difference and run projects, then it's absolutely crucial that you have E number 1 in place, and that is an exciting future to move towards, to live into, that vision, that passion, to pull you into making a difference through donations, through projects. The second E is engagement. Are you engaged with the idea? Are your club members, friends and family, the young people, are they engaged with your passion, your enthusiasm to making a difference? Are you engaged with the idea of that exciting future? Because if you're not, then it's very difficult to make progress if you're not engaged with the idea. Are you engaged with me right now I say the word now, because that engagement needs to be in that present moment, every moment. I'm going to go into more detail on each of these E's. The third E is empowerment. Are you in that state of empowerment as often as possible? Are you having that positive, infectious attitude to those people around you that allow you and others to go out there and donate and volunteer and run more projects and empower and make a difference to the young people? Are you in that state of mind and body? That empowered inner superhero state? And the final E is execution. Execution. Yes, you're empowered. Yes, you can see the exciting future. Yes, you're engaged with the ideas. Yes, other people are engaged with you. So you've got the three E's. But the fourth E is execution. What are you actually going to do? Are you going to go out there and execute those ideas? Are you going to execute on your donations? Are you going to execute on creating that exciting future for yourself and the young people? Are you going to execute on those projects? You can see the smile on my face as I say the word execution, because it is that execution that really makes all the difference. So let me talk about the exciting future. Is there an exciting future? And what I want you to do is, you should have the worksheets alongside with the slides of this presentation. I want you to fill in the answers to these questions as we go along, and maybe take some time afterwards as well. Is there an exciting future for your club? Is there an exciting future for your members? And is there an exciting future for the young people that you support? If there's not, then you know you need to create one. Do people within your club regularly focus on what can be done? If the answer is yes, fantastic. How can you improve that focus on what can be done? If the answer is no, then we need to create a different focus when it comes to the future. Imagine that future. Crucial one. Are club members optimistic when it comes to facing challenges? Are club members optimistic when it comes to facing challenges? Do they realize that they can go out there and make it happen? Create that picture of the exciting future and live into it. Again, fill these answers in on the worksheet, and you can spend some time with it and really go a little bit deeper after this session as well. Engagement. Engagement. Have people bought in to the vision of Optimist International? Have people bought in to the vision of your club and your club's vision? If you're watching this from the foundation, have your team members and you, have you bought in? Are you engaged with the foundation's vision? I am. That's why I'm here, so excited to be sharing these ideas with you. Again, fill these answers in. Are they engaged? Are you engaged with the vision of Optimist International and of your club, or indeed the foundation? Do you and your club members or members of the foundation, do you feel valued? Do you feel valued? And if you do, fantastic. Explore, write down the ways in which you feel valued. And if not, perhaps explore some ideas when it comes to ways in which you'd like to feel more valued, things you'd like to see, feel. Come up with ideas how you can show other people their value. And at this present moment, is your club or the foundation, is the culture there a culture of engagement and sharing of ideas? Or is it a culture of simply telling people what to do? Some key ideas when it comes to engagement. The third E, empowerment. Empowerment. Empowerment is my game. I'm an empowerment speaker. I'm an empowerment trainer. My key focus is on empowerment. Do your club members feel confident to go out there, run new projects, raise more money for the youth? Do your club members, do you feel more confident to take that deep breath in, go and raise more money, go and raise more projects? Do you feel confident in that? Write that down. Do your club members believe, and do you believe, that you're important to the organisation? Because that is an empowering feeling. If you realise how empowering it is to be part of an organisation that is out there making a real difference to youth, that is an empowering feeling. And are you as a club member, and are other club members, regularly encouraged to improve yourself and improve themselves? Because that process of empowerment is a constant and never-ending journey of personal and self-development. That's what empowerment is. I'm an empowerment speaker and trainer and author. I'm still constantly reading, learning, applying more and more ways to improve myself, which then allows me to empower myself and empower other people as well. Finally, execution. Do you and your club execute its plans and get the results? Or is it just a simple conversation, we'd like to do this, we'd like to do that, and nothing ever happens? Write it down. And this process of writing it down allows you to open up what we call the neural pathways, which is just like the highways of your brain that allow you to think and come up with solutions. Does club execution involve discussion, or do people just do as they're told? Because it's that execution, that empowered execution, if you like, that discussion process that allows people to feel empowered, go and do it. Because then we're all singing from the same hymn sheet. We're all on the same bus, going towards that same exciting future. That exciting future where we're making such a difference to the youth on this planet. And are people developed in such a way that allows them to execute on the organization's vision and on the club's vision? Are you developed in a way that allows you to execute effectively on the club's vision? Think about it. So how do we create an exciting future? How do we create an exciting future? Make a fully sensory experience. Let me walk you through it. Let me walk you through it now. As you hear the sound of my voice now, just take a deep breath in and let it go. One more deep breath in. And as you let it go, just gently close your eyes. Now, I want you to picture, what can you see when you think of really making a difference to the youth? What exciting things have you seen? What smiles can you see on the faces of the youth? What projects have you run? How much have you donated and inspired others to donate? That's it. See those numbers. See those projects. Watch them as if they're happening right now. That's it. Now begin to hear some amazing things that the youth have said about the projects that you've run. Hear the grateful voices of the youth. Hear the inspired voices of club members and the gratitude because of the difference that you've made. That's it. Feel how good it feels as you watch these pictures and listen to these sounds. Feel how good it feels to have made such an incredible difference to the youth. That's it. And take a deep breath in. And as you let it go, gently open your eyes. How did that feel? Exciting, right? And it takes that. The brain does not know the difference. Key thing. One of my favorite things I learned studying psychology. The brain does not know the difference between a real experience and an imagined experience. So as you create all of those feelings, it feels the same and it allows you to live into that exciting future of making such a difference to the youth. What is important to you as an optimist? Another key question when it comes to creating an exciting future. Because when you look at what's important to you, you can use that to fuel the exciting future. So if it's important to you to feel involved and feel the love of being part of the projects, if that's important to you, then you know that exciting future that you paint and visualize, you know that part of that picture has to be seeing yourself involved in those projects, feeling the love, making a difference. Then you feel the excitement start to build and build and build and build. I know that makes sense. An amazing question to ask. And again, this is one of those where we're going to fill in the worksheet that you've got alongside this training. Why do you want to be an outstanding member of Optimist International? Why do you even want to be an outstanding member of Optimist International? What results do you want to see from your contribution? Think how exciting that is. And as you write down those results that you'd love to see, the financial contributions, the projects you'd love to run. As you write that down, feel how good that feels to be part of your exciting future. What do you want to make happen in line with what's important to you? So let's go back to that example of feeling the love and being part of the projects as the thing that's important to you. What projects do you want to make happen? Write that down and feel the excitement build as you realize that it's in your hands to go out there and make that thing happen. Now commit this next one to paper. How do you feel when you think about being part of that exciting future? Watching the smiles on the faces of the youth because of your practical and financial contributions. Write that down. Commit that to paper now. That's it. Key question. That's all well and good. But is the future you exciting? Is the future you exciting? The person that you're growing into. No matter what age we're at right now, we've always got a future self that we can grow into. If we're 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. I met a lady who started a business recently at the age of 90. Wow! And she was excited to grow into that exciting version of herself that she saw. So you'll see a little space on the paper again. The ultimate optimist I will be is. Write that down. Who is the ultimate optimist in you? Write it down. Commit it to paper. The ultimate optimist I will be is. Write it down. Fill it in. Feel it. Feel the excitement build as you realize that is the future you. That's it. So now we move on to engaging and empowering. The second and third E's. Engage and empower. So what makes someone engaging? Let's just think about this. I put engage and empower together because they probably are in sync with each other. So if someone is empowered, then they're much more likely to be engaging. I know that makes sense. So let's say I was with you for this training. And I said, yeah, okay guys, we're going to talk a little bit about maybe some superhero we can release from within us. And then I'm going to talk about some 4E's and how that might help you be an even more effective optimist. Now, I'm not very engaging in that state, right? Because I'm not coming across very empowered. But as I turn back into the real version of me, you can see that I'm empowered. You can see that I'm so excited to share some ideas, how you can release that inner superhero. I'm excited to talk about the 4E's that I know is out there coming through this screen at you, allowing you to contribute financially, practically, through projects that's making a difference to the youth. And you can already tell you're probably more engaged with me now than you were when I was playing that role of someone that was disengaged and disempowered. I know that makes sense. So what energy are you putting out there? Because if you're not putting that high level of energy, that high level of excitement, then it's very difficult for you to be engaging. One key way to be engaging. One key way to be engaging is to roar. And I'm not talking like the lions roar. I'm actually talking two O's. It's R-O-O-A-R. Roar. Roar stands for relationships, optimism, opportunities, action, and results. Relationships, optimism, opportunities, action, and results. So to be truly engaging with the empowered energy, I go out there and I build relationships. In your case, it will be out there building relationships with the community, with club members, with family and friends as you inspire them to join in. Build relationships. And as you do that, you take with you a philosophy of optimism, of course. Optimist International. But you take with you that philosophy of optimism believing that you can make a difference to the youth, engaging people with the idea you can make a difference to the youth. Then you create opportunities. Second O, opportunities. You create the opportunity for growth. You create the opportunity to make a difference through a financial contribution, through the creation of a project. You create the opportunity. A, action. You go out there and do things. You create the project. You make the donation. You get hands-on. You make a difference. You do things. Then people are engaged with you by definition because they see you acting on what you are saying, which is so engaging. Finally, that allows you to get results. Results. You can see the results coming. You can see the smiles on the faces of the youth. You hear the phenomenal stories that I believe you may have even heard as part of this training. Results. And then you can analyze and improve and grow. Raw. Relationships. Optimism. Opportunities. Action. Results. That is the pathway to be engaging. Raw. What about execution? The final one. So we can be engaging, empowered, living towards our exciting future. But what about execution perhaps as a club? What about club execution? And it's crucial to get yourself and others to execute and make things happen. It's crucial that you do an outstanding job of the first 3 E's. That you create that exciting future that brings that smile to your face and creates the motivation for you to go live into it. It's imperative that you're engaged with the idea yourself and you go through that raw process to engage others. And of course, it's absolutely crucial that you're empowered as you make this journey. That then will allow you to execute. But do your fellow club members think you're serious? Do they think you're serious? Because it's very difficult to take someone seriously if there isn't a level of execution, making things happen. And then, as you've nailed these 4 E's and you've started to execute, you improve future results by creating leaders, not followers. Because you're engaged in empowering, people initially will be inspired to follow. But then, through these skills, you'll notice that you're creating other leaders. The road to execution. It's all well and good me standing here talking about execution, but what is the road to execution? The road to execution comes through something that I call iPad. iPad. No, not that kind of iPad. It's AIPAD. iPad. So, to get someone to execute, or to get yourself to execute, you can go through this process. iPad. It is ask. Increase the likelihood of execution. Praise outstanding execution. Address a lack of execution. And then debrief. So that might look a little something like this. You might ask a fellow club member, friend, family member. You may ask them. You say, I really want to run this project. It could be a baseball project for the youth. I really want to run this baseball project. Then you can increase the likelihood of execution. You've done the A. You've asked. And you can increase the likelihood of execution by building them in to that exciting future. You can paint the picture of how amazing it's going to be, the difference they're going to make. You can talk to their values. And maybe through previous projects, you've increased the likelihood of execution by showing them how valued they are, perhaps through a gift. I know that makes sense. Then once you've run this baseball project as an example, then you praise and you lift up this incredible execution. You praise the fellow club members, family, friends. You praise the volunteers. You praise yourself. You thank yourself. You thank the others. You express that gratitude. Of course, you can address the lack of execution. You can explore and research why the execution wasn't there for yourself and for others. And that allows you to learn and then move to the final letter in iPad, which is debrief, which allows you to have that discussion with yourself and others. That allows you to lay the foundation for execution next time. iPad, AIPAD. This will be on your worksheets as well. Ask, increase likelihood of execution, praise outstanding execution, address a lack of execution, and debrief. breaking execution down into a process makes present moment execution and future execution much more likely. So, what are the key takeaways? What are the key takeaways? I mean, I thought long and hard about this content. And I just felt energized and inspired to share it in this way. I wrote down so many ideas. All the work that I've done with big companies, big organizations, big groups of people to make things happen through unleashing their inner superhero and using the 4E's. I've poured it all, my heart and soul, into this work with you, Optimist International, because I absolutely adore the work that you do. So the key takeaways that you'll see on your worksheet as well. Have your exciting future as an optimist written down. Have it written down. Commit it to paper. Have it in your notebook, in your journal. So you can read it and see it and feel it. Smell it. Feel how good it feels. Watch it. Listen to it. So you can live into it. Secondly, have at least 3 ways written down that you will keep yourself, club members, and indeed the youth in your community and the youth that you support engaged. Have at least 3 ways that you can keep them engaged. Remember why it's important to be aware of your physiology and your body language, where you're holding yourself. Because we don't need a professorship in psychology to work out that this is probably going to get less done than this. Focus on that. Be aware of that on a moment-to-moment basis. And how will you increase the likelihood of execution on your donations, on your volunteership, on your projects from yourself and others? How will you increase the likelihood of execution?